seatbelt check is around the corner. For your safety, remain seated with your seatbelt fastened in your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the vehicle at all times. And please supervise children. Thank you.
Automated driving technology activated.
Welcome to the Sim Track.
What's up, guys? I'm the East Coaster fan, and today we're here to remember Test Track 2.0. Now, if you're wondering what the 2.0 means, that was basically the form of the ride from, I believe, 2012 to right now. It's being renovated, but I'm going to talk about that a bit later into the video. Right now, I want to talk about the 2.0 experience, as well as a little bit about the 1.0 experience, since I don't think I've ever discussed this on this channel before. I actually got one ride on the 1.0 version during my first visit to Epcot in, I believe, 2010. And what made experiencing the 1.0 version really cool is that right as we went outside with my family, that was right in the middle of Illumination's Reflections of Earth. Maybe that's why I have such an attachment to that show, or not, I don't know. But it was really cool shooting out at night and having the fireworks all around you. In fact, I've never even done it with any other attraction at Disney. It's only been with Test Track. But the 1.0 version of the attraction was fun, and I do remember many things about it. But most of my memories are with the 2.0 version. Now, if you're a Disney fan, you either like or dislike Test Track 2.0, and there's many valid reasons that go either way. First of all, it has a very Tron-esque appearance. In this version of the ride, you are the designer, so instead of a traditional pre-show that was in the 1.0 version, instead you went into a design studio and you got to make your own car, which as an engineer myself, that's pretty cool. I even remember when the ride first opened, they give you a card to work with, and you bring that card with you, you tap it on the sensors and everything, and I guess return it at the end of the ride. That system was eventually replaced with the Magic Band system, and maybe they knew Magic Band was coming, so that's why they did that. But I've only experienced it with the card, so first the card they gave you, and then just a park ticket itself. But then after the pre-show, you'd enter the car, and it was the same exact track as 1.0, but the main difference was the ride experience. Instead of going through different tests that were seen in like an industrial setting, it was 4 main components, and I'm gonna try to remember these off the top of my head because I do not remember. I think it was capability, the environmental one, I don't know the one with all the turns, whatever. And then the last one was power, and that was the part where you went outside. I do admit there were some areas of the ride that I feel like they could have done more with in the 2.0 version, such as going up and down initially. But I think the part where you go fast towards the lightning's really cool, and how you like swerve. It's admittedly a pretty cool effect in my opinion. But the same can't be said for the part that used to be the environmental test in 1.0. I love the rooms where it'd get really hot and really cold, and I wish they had that in 2.0, but it was just some like weird section. It was always the slowest part of the ride too. Then you went into like the electronic Tron forest where you do your turns, encounter a lit up truck that almost hit you, and then did your power test, and that was pretty much the exact same as 1.0. Then at the end of the ride, you can compare your design with other members of your family, friends, you name it, see who got the better score, and then brag that you had the best design. And then lastly, the post-show, there are a bunch of cars all over the place. You could make your own commercial for the ride, which that was a lot of fun. I always liked doing that. In fact, I think I made one during my last visit to the park. If I have it, I'll put it right here.
Top capabilities, then let's do it! Taking on all opponents, from the little parts to the mean machine! Once the rubber hits the mud, it's all the same! Capability by Chevrolet, take them all down!
And then there were also a bunch of photo stations as well that were also really fun to do, and I'm not even sure if it was on PhotoPass. It was mainly just for fun, so that was a really cool thing. I like doing that. And that was basically the end of the 2.0 ride experience. For a long time, until Guardians really, Test Track was my favorite ride at Epcot. And it was one that I didn't mind going on over and over and over again, even if designing the cars did get old after a while. But I can't deny that the effects did deteriorate over time. In fact, so many times during my most recent rides, whenever you'd go to a station that would say, oh, this is your score compared to everyone for power, it wouldn't even show our car, even if you loaded it right away. And that's not all. If you look at effects from when the ride initially opened in 2012 to the current state of it now, many things were just left either abandoned or not fixed at all. Hell, the last time I was at the park, they kept the door open for the power test, ruining the reveal. Like, I don't know. At that point, there basically isn't even a surprise, but maybe that's why I like Test Track so much. You just go really fast, and as a roller coaster enthusiast, that was a lot of fun. So did I like 1.0 or 2.0 more? It's hard to say, but again, I think as a designer, I had a slight edge towards 2.0, also due to the fact that I wrote it more. But I do agree that the ride is in need of a renovation of some kind, and it's nice that it's getting it. We're getting Test Track 3.0 hopefully next year. The whole idea that Disney said 3.0 would be is mixing classic Test Track as well as a bit of World of Motion, which is going to be interesting. I hope it harkens back to some of the best aspects of those rides, of World of Motion, of Test Track 1.0 and 2.0. And from the looks of the concept art, it already looks to be going in that direction by taking out those electronic Tron trees and everything, and going back to a more nature feel. In fact, Disney, I think, should be really thankful that Chevrolet is willing to do this renovation during the year that Epic Universe is going to open. You know everyone's going to compare this to that park, and it's no contest. But I hope with this video, I was hopefully able to honor the legacy of Test Track 2.0. So with that being said, farewell Test Track 2.0. You are going to be missed, but I'm looking forward to the renovation.